Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses. Gang, now we got another neglectful mother, man. Police surprise mother after baby was found alone in hotel for hours. Devilish. Make sure to like this video. Let's go.
Left him in a hotel room, and then you want to get upset with us like this is our problem that we created. No, we didn't create this problem.
On December 6, 2024, officers were dispatched to a hotel after receiving reports that two children, ages 1 and 3, had been left unsupervised in a hotel room for several hours.
I've never seen this video, bro. Never seen this video. I'm gonna guess three things. I already looked it up. This is on a Friday night. I'm gonna guess that she's anywhere from 22 to 24. She was out there shucking corn, and that room smells like weed.
He just got called over here because they were crying. So then he came and didn't want to leave them alone. So he went and took. Oh, there he is.
Hi.
Hi.
So can you tell me what's going on?
Yeah, we got called because your kids were by themselves.
No, they weren't.
Who was?
How you just gonna say no? They weren't. They were by themselves. If nobody was within 5 feet of that door when they showed up, they were by themselves.
Here then.
My sister was just here.
Okay, they weren't here for the last 30 minutes when the worker came and checked.
Damn.
So that's why we're here. Baby was like grabbing at that he needs a diaper change, I think.
Yeah.
I've at least been here for 12 minutes, and the person who called had been here for some time before calling. So
This is ridiculous, honestly. Okay, so
It's 4 at night.
I'm waiting because you keep going out there, and I need to make sure these kids are good because you weren't here for like 30 minutes, or no one was here. An adult was not here for 30 minutes with them.
They were both sleeping. My sister just came out, and I went to the store.
For 30 minutes?
My sister was here.
Ma'am, I'm telling you, the person who called
Okay.
is someone who works here.
Okay, I understand that, but they have to. They're going to do a complete investigation, because then they have to prove that I was gone.
What's your first name?
They have to prove that you were. Bitch, you were gone. What you mean they have to prove you were gone? You weren't there for at least 30 minutes, my nigga. You have to prove I was gone. You just walked in. That's all the proof we need, stupid man.
First and last
Yeah.
name?
And what's a good phone number for you?
224.
224. This is in Illinois? Oh my god. Yes, the home of the horrible mothers, Illinois. Yes. But Aaron Moses, why do you say that, bro? Look at Chicago culture, bro. That's all I gotta say. Shout out to all the single moms, but Illinois, and shout out to all the moms from Illinois, cause most of the moms in my family, Illinois. But I'm not gonna say most. A good half of the men born in my family are some criminals.
Okay, well this officer is in there watching your kids. We'll go in there and talk to him. Go inside and watch your children, please.
Okay. This is bullshit.
It absolutely is that you
Who was
created.
what's your name that was watching them? How do you spell that? Can you stay over here, ma'am?
Okay, it's 5 o'clock at night, and it's winter time, which explains why it's pitch black outside. If you're not from the Midwest, you won't understand, because that doesn't happen out here in California.
Here, what's going on, so?
And a phone number?
I don't have her phone number. I literally have a laptop. You see, I don't even have a phone.
How do you speak to her? So that
Facebook.
okay, can I?
So you let a bum watch your child? You let somebody who doesn't have a phone watch your child, bro? But you know what? She is from the Chicagoland area. So she might be just not trying to give her sister's phone number, even though you just gave her full name. It might not be her real name. She might just be in her G bag right now. Go ahead, big sis.
But I just gave you her name. I don't have a phone number. I don't even have a phone. This is all I
So you're a bum too? You don't have a phone? You got 2 babies, but you don't have one phone. You got your
have.
And she is hotel living, so I can't disrespect the struggle. There has been times where I've had children and I didn't have a phone. Well, No, it hasn't been like that in quite some time. I had a child. I always had a phone as long as I had a child. It might not have been on the whole time, but I had a phone at least.
Show you that. So what do you want me to do?
Where does she? What's her address? Hello.
I'm about to give you her address.
All right. Hi, guys. What's going on today? You got a good toy there, huh?
They were left.
Look at her, bro. Look at that mountain of clothes. I've never seen this style of clothes pile in my life. Look at this. Look at this. Bro, this mountain, this Himalayan range, this Smoky Mountain range, this Appalachian Mountain range comes up to her waist, at least to the bottom of the blinds. Ain't no way. Where's the baby daddy? 1 and 3 is probably the same baby daddy. Probably not though.
Toy there, huh?
They were left unattended. She says just 30 minutes.
That's a cold ass jacket. Wait a minute, what is that? Who is that?
4 hours.
EFD. Oh, that's the fire department. Where they in Elgin? Oh, they're in Elgin. This is some Elgin activities. Not gonna lie, this is Elgin activities.
Gotta find somebody who can talk to me on the side.
Here, you guys can. Yeah.
Right.
Hi, boss. Mom is.
Oh, they're in
there
a suite.
changing
They're in
the
an
other one.
extended stay. Okay. That's the dad.
I think this is a mistake. Like she just
Can we talk to you out
out
here and
early
then
or something.
You want to
you
switch
can
places?
we'll swap out while
You
everybody's
want to go
on.
in there with the kids?
Are they okay?
Yeah, you come in.
It's crazy.
Your iPad.
At least they got one baby daddy. Well, yeah, that doesn't matter. That matters. And he can. Where was you the whole time? He probably just got off of work. Probably just got out the warehouse. He looks like he drives forklifts.
While
You
everybody's
want to go
on.
in there with the kids?
Are they okay?
Yeah, you come in.
It's crazy.
Your iPad is in the bathroom.
What was he doing with
You
my
don't have a
iPad in
phone?
the bathroom, bitch?
How
She got a
would
cold little body though.
how would anyone contact you? What is?
Well, I just contact, like, are you saying, like, how do I communicate with my family and everyone?
Just say
Yes.
I'm trying to contact you.
Are you slow?
Through Facebook Messenger.
Facebook. Right, and then do you live here at this hotel?
Yeah.
This room? Okay. We were talking to Dalen. We just want to know the timeline of what happened. So what I understood is Dalen went to the gas station. Can you start from there? When Dalen left the gas station, where were you?
I went outside at first, and then I let my sister in. I was up here for a little, and then I left for about 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay. And your sister? Okay.
He went to the gas station, bro, and you went outside, and he didn't say. You just left the kids upstairs? What's wrong with you? Go back upstairs. That's a crime, bro. You could get our kids taken. He seems like the type that would not say anything. What, you came outside to smoke a joint? Because weed is legal in the state of Illinois now? And she looks high. And then her sister came back, and then she left. And the sister left while you were gone?
In the room, you physically saw her in the room with the kids before leaving?
Yes.
Okay. And where did you go?
Is this supposed to be, like, am I going to be arrested? Like,
Yes, bro. If it's that many police there talking to you about your children, you're definitely going to be arrested. You're the embodiment of arrested. Yes.
what's going on?
Hi,
I'm just trying to
nigga.
figure out what happened. Right now, we walked into a room where kids are by themselves. So I'm just trying to figure out what's
for
going
like
on.
30 minutes, but I understand. And was one of them sleeping?
Neither
That
of them
doesn't
was.
matter. That doesn't matter. They were alone.
Okay, because she just checked on the morning she was sleeping, but yeah, I think I've explained enough to the other officers. So I've already had DCFS called on me before, and I know how this.
Oh, no. You've already had DCFS called on you before. You had DCFS called on you before? In 3 years of motherhood? 3 years? You couldn't even last 3 years without DCFS getting involved? Yeah, she's like 22. Her ass is, I don't want to say that, but
I'm the investigating officer. I'm the one that's going to be typing up stuff that happened. So can you just tell me what happened?
I was gone for 30 to 40 minutes.
Okay. And you left. Was your sister in the room? Okay.
She
Does,
comes, you can see on the cameras. She comes here frequently. She showers here.
does she have her own room key to the door?
No, she would need mine. She has a key to get in through the doors, but My door is currently off. That's how you guys were able to get in.
You left, and then where did you left and where?
What? Her door is currently.
It's currently off. That's how you guys were able to get in. She has a key to get in through the doors, but my door is currently off. That's how you guys were able to get in.
Let me play that because this is gonna. My door is currently off. What does that mean? Does that mean that your door is malfunctioning? So you left your children in a room. You left a woman, and you're a female. You left a female and 2 children in a room where the door doesn't lock properly? Yeah, bro. You don't need to. Yeah, man. This is all bad. This is all bad, bro. Are you silly? This is dumb. Why are you as a female comfortable anywhere in America with an unlocked door just because you need a key to get in the hotel? That doesn't even matter, bro.
You left, and then where did you left and where'd you go?
I went back down through this way.
Okay, you stayed in the hotel?
No, I left.
Okay,
for
where?
30 to 40 minutes.
Okay, where'd you go?
I went to make an errand
Where would that be?
in Elgin.
Elgin's
Do
pretty
I have
big
to be
place.
very specific?
I would like to know where you went. Yes.
I went to go handle some business.
She went to go shuck some corn and smoke some weed. So they're not in Elgin. I'm not even interested. Close enough.
We're close to here. Where is that?
It's about 15 minutes at the most away.
Did you drive there?
No, I had a ride.
You had a ride. Who'd you ride with?
I think his name's.
You think his name was... What did I tell you, bro? She met some nigga named James. She met some dark-skinned nigga named James that's been liking on her Facebook post. Who even gets on Facebook? It's 2024. She met some dark-skinned nigga named James with waves to go shuck his corn and smoke his weed. She probably had a couple shots out the pocket Henny bottle. It was probably like 2 hours, and she came back. And her sister got mad because she said they were going to be back in 30 minutes, so the sister left. Because her ass is a dankhead too.
Happen to have a last name?
No. Yeah, it was requested for me.
Is that like an Uber service?
Right.
Or who requested that for you?
My sister.
Do you know where she is right now?
No, I don't. Probably at work.
Okay. What time does she usually go to work?
She has different shifts.
You did this to your sister knowing that she had to go to work? She's a bum too. But at least she left to go to work and that wasn't her kids. Not saying that she should have or it's okay. But at least she was trying not to be a bum. You are out here just trying to, mama gotta have a life too. Oh, baby boy looking nice.
They rotate and it's peak season, so I don't know.
You left here
Peak season, she works at Amazon.
to go run an errand. You got a ride from someone, and you don't want to tell me where that is.
It's a little personal, so I don't really
Okay.
feel the need to express it, but
So
I honestly just want to know what's going on, so like I can know if you guys are trying to cancel that before, so I could just let my mom know and call my grandma. So I just want to know what's like.
how
You
long
already
ago
know the
did
deal.
Dalen leave the hotel?
I'm not sure because I was still here.
Okay. And then you left. How long ago? You said.
Well, now it's probably way longer than 30 to 40 minutes, right? Because I've been here about what?
How long were you gone?
25 minutes. I was gone for up to 40 minutes.
When did you meet up with Dalen? Because you guys walked in here together.
I called him as soon as I was on my way back.
I thought neither one of you had a phone.
Did you see me come in with the laptop?
You called him on a laptop.
He has an iPad. Neither one of us don't have a phone.
And
What? She got a nice little ass. So, wait a minute now. Let me get this. This is the most niggified story that I've heard in probably 2 or 3 years. And I do reactions 4 to 5 times a day. That's why these stories are so late. This video came out 13 days ago. Y'all probably won't see this for another 13 days. Bro. So out of 3 adults, none of y'all have phones. 3 adults over the age of 19. None of y'all have a working cellular device? Nigga, I know you got food stamps, bro. You know you could get the free food stamp phone and pay like $40 a month on that You can't afford $40 a month. You could come up with 20. He could come up with 20. That's a $54 a day hotel, bro. $40 a dollar for $1 a day. You could have a cell phone. Bro, this is just not right. None of this makes sense. So this man, you said his iPad was in the bathroom. So I'm guessing she had the iPad and he had the laptop. So this nigga was at the gas station filling out applications with the Wi-Fi on the laptop. Down the street, walking distance. Didn't know his own children were alone in the room. Your sister had a laptop in the crib, and you had the iPad. And as soon as you got access to the hotel's Wi-Fi, when you got in the parking lot, you contacted him, waited on him, so the dude wouldn't follow you up to the hotel. And then you walked in with him because none of y'all have phones? Well, guess what, sis? If 2 of y'all have phones, none of this would have happened. This is some bum ass nigga shit, bro. This is the bummiest story, like I said, I've heard in a very long time. And you stay in Illinois. Illinois is very plush when it comes to opportunities. There's no way you should be going through it like this. And he has a car, bro. He can't DoorDash without a phone. But damn, bro, this is just not right. This is what poverty does to your mind. It makes you do dumb stuff. The first line of business, get a phone. You can get a phone in 1 day. You don't have to put nothing down. You don't have to make a deposit. Just get a phone. Just get 1 phone. Then let him have the phone. And he could DoorDash and get 2 phones. Your sister has a job. How you get a job and you don't got a phone?
Outside.
Like,
Okay. Neither one of us don't have phones.
and where'd you guys meet up at?
Outside.
Like outside the hotel?
That ass is looking
So
nice.
we have to take the kids to the hospital.
So am I going with my kids?
No, you're definitely not. What?
We are taking them to the hospital so that they can get medically evaluated, and then we're gonna have to contact DCFS to see what they want to do from that point. I can't tell you what DCFS
So
is
you're
gonna
telling me
say.
you're taking my
So, yes. You thought, oh, it's okay. My mom will pick him up, or my auntie will pick him. No, this is the second time this has happened, my nigga. You thought this was sweet? This is a felony, bro. More than likely. They're in Illinois. This is probably a felony. So you're taking my kids? Yeah, my nigga.
Contact DCFS to see what they want to do from that point. I can't tell you what DCFS
So
is
you're
gonna
telling me
say.
you're taking my kids away from me today?
They are going to the hospital to be checked out because the information that we've been provided is that they've been left there for several hours since before 2 o'clock. So we have an obligation to make sure that the kids are safe, medically cared for. That time frame, really any time frame with kids that age is
Yeah, I know.
not acceptable, but when we're talking 3+ hours, that's a problem. So we
He
have
said since 2:05. They got there at 4 or something. Yeah, almost 3 hours.
to make sure that they're okay. They have to be examined by a medical professional.
So
I don't feel that
am I not given the right to go with my kids to the hospital?
Hell no. You already had rights to be with your children. And you fumbled them. You had all the rights in the world to be with your children. And you did not exercise those rights. Dumbass.
well, that's one thing we're going to be kind of talking about at this point. Just 1 second.
Say you call her on your laptop.
Yeah.
Let them do their thing, and you can have your laptop, and you can call, text.
And she's in room 304? How fitting. So, my guess is they're trying to. What is this I'm sitting on? Oh, my knife. My guess is I got a cigarette butt in my knife. My guess is they're gonna try to see if the sister actually they're trying to make sure her story's straight to see if they should take her to jail or take the sister to jail. But she didn't even give them the right name for her sister, so she's going to jail.
Deja, can you stay out here?
Call your mom or call someone. They're trying to take our kids.
They're gonna take them to the hospital, bro.
Take our kids?
Yeah.
So again, let's not make this any more complicated than it needs to be. The kids are going to the hospital to get checked out by a medical professional because our investigations revealed that they've been left here alone since 1:30 p.m.
Ooh, 1:30. I thought he said 2:05. That must have been police code. So they've been left there since 1:30, and they got there at 4:40 or something like that.
It's completely
Oh yeah, Elgin.
unacceptable. We have an obligation to make sure that the kids are in a good medical condition, and so we are going to make sure that they're examined at a hospital, and we're going to call DCFS for further direction. That's what it is.
So do we get our kids back after the hospital?
We're going to have to call DCFS. DCFS is going to make that determination. We're going to have to call DCFS.
And I'm supposed to like trust that you guys are gonna.
You can trust us, believe me. We will do a good job of making sure that your kids are cared for, okay? And again,
So you can't even come with them.
That's what I'm saying.
One
I
thing-
don't even have a cell phone. How are you
one
guys gonna
thing-
tell me what's going on or the updates with my daughter?
We'll be
You're
with
gonna be in jail, nigga. They could call the jail. They know the number to their own. They know the hospital has the phone number to the jail. They will call you and let you know.
But one thing I will tell you is, although you're upset and frustrated, cooperation is going to be very important to make sure that this is a smooth process. If you want your kids back, then you need to cooperate.
I already went through this shit before.
No, not like this. And you need to stop saying that. Well, they already know. They know. Because how you act.
Try to reiterate what the officer was saying.
And DCFS
On behalf of the
already
Elgin
told
Fire
them.
Department, we have to make sure that the kids are well taken care of. I'm Captain Walzak with the department. You've got my name. I can give you all the contact information you need. I believe one of the officers is going to be remaining.
You know what I just realized, bro? You got a man and you got a whole pile of clothes the size of the Statue of Liberty in the corner, bro. What do you have going on, bro?
We're going to have ways. I understand your phone's not working. The city's going to provide you with an officer.
No, she said they don't, neither one of them have a phone. Not that it's not working. She said we don't have phones.
So that they can relay information. And
So you don't know like how long like this is going on?
It's literally up to DCFS.
Again, we're going to
And
make...
because of the other case, they might just take my daughter.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Both.
They literally came in here and like literally cleared them and said that they look healthy and they're gonna confirm that shit at the hospital.
Looks can be deceiving. Looks can be deceiving. Just like you.
On what we do. I'm not going to say that they're going to take the kids away from you. They may give the kids back to you tonight, but we have a process that we need to go through, and it's imperative that you guys don't obstruct or make this any more difficult than it needs to be, because again, we have to report to DCFS on what goes on.
Well, hold on one
I
second.
just need to get my iPad.
We're not going to be one.
just because they're under your custody. Unless you're cool with us taking
We have an officer coming up to follow them
Yeah.
to the hospital, so we should have an officer. Yes.
They're gonna compensate. I mean, they're gonna take the iPad so they could look at the messages. Cooked. Yeah, they're smoked, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
Confiscates.
Contact
call your
my
mom.
sister, so
Call
I
your
can
grandma. Call
contact
your mom.
on my iPad. I have not been
You'll get a
in
chance
contact
to.
with anybody.
Yeah. Why don't you come on out here with
On the
us?
hallway.
Why does he need to go in the
He
hallway?
needs to talk to these officers.
Come on,
Please cooperate.
let's go.
We'll let you make a phone call.
So you're making this more
But
complicated than it needs to be.
corroborating is making you guys take my kids. No, don't say
He
shit
left first. They can't arrest him.
else because this is
Go out in
bullshit.
the hallway now. Hey, in the hallway. Come on.
No, it's okay. I'm going. I'm going. For what?
What? He wasn't even. He was the first person to leave. He was the first person to leave. He left the kids with her. She left the kids with the sister, and the sister left. That's crazy.
Put your arms
Put 'em on your- Just put him on your back.
Cause he's black, bro. He's a black man. That's why.
No, I had my fucking sister
She
here.
wasn't here. The video shows she wasn't.
Okay,
You can't lie with the video.
I don't give a. You guys have to see everything, okay?
Okay.
From beginning to see how many people enter these doors, okay?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
Okay.
There was no.
And what did
No
these
one.
CFS say? You guys called them yet?
We're calling them. We're dealing with you guys first.
What?
They're taking me to jail.
For what?
For endangering the child. No, please.
Bro, no, that's
No,
bullshit.
please, no,
It's
please.
bullshit. It is bullshit.
What's bullshit is leaving
No,
your
no,
kids.
no. You guys cannot do this
You
shit.
can't just
You
leave
came
your
into
kid
our
on-
hotel
We were
room.
called here. We didn't come here because we just decided to stroll in here.
Okay.
We were called by the hotel
Okay.
because you made a bad decision to leave your kids home alone. That's what it boils down
No,
to.
that's not.
You can make excuses all
Okay,
you want, but the
okay.
reality is you committed a crime, and
No,
we have
I
an
did not.
obligation to make sure that your kids are okay.
Okay.
If you think it's okay to leave your kids in a hotel room,
With a broken lock. And this nigga didn't. This nigga's a weirdo too, bro.
themselves for 3 hours, if you think that that's
You guys
okay,
just-
that's a rational thing in your head, then you have some serious problems. Because we have probable cause to believe that these kids were left unattended in a hotel room at age 2 and 4, which is completely
I thought they said 1 and 3. And I'm sober. What's going on here?
unacceptable under any circumstance.
1 and 4. 1
One
and
and
3.
four,
1 and
sorry.
3.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, 1 and 3. Left them in a hotel room. And then you want to get upset with us. Like this is our problem that we created. No. We didn't create this problem. We are now forced to deal with it because you guys made a bad decision. And I'm not trying to talk down to you or belittle you, but there is a point in time when we need to take some self-responsibility for our actions.
See, self-responsibility. You know what that sounds like? Accountability. Be held accountable. And look at her bum ass. As soon as he said self-responsibility, what did she do? Start typing on Facebook. And why did she not get arrested first? Because she said that he left first. He was nowhere on the scene when the neglect happened.
This is unacceptable. And when unacceptable things happen and criminal law is broken, we have an obligation as the police.
Excuse me.
We care about your kids. We want to make sure your kids are safe. Leaving kids alone for a 3+ hour period is not acceptable. There are resources available to
But you
help
guys
you.
don't even have, like, this is crazy. So even when we're inside and out, right? I leave for
You-
5 minutes.
you
to
did
go to
not-
the-
you
I'm
didn't.
I'm asking.
No, you can't leave your children alone for 5 minutes. The furthest that you could be away from the residence of your home, you can be outside the door you could be 5 feet away from your home. That's it. 5 feet away from your home. So if you have a door and a yard and a fence, you can only be 5 feet away from that fence. I believe. You look it up actually. That's the last time. That's the law. That was the law last time I looked it up. But no, you shouldn't even want to be that far from your kids. If they're in the crib sleep in the back and you go to the front, you can only be 5 feet away from where the property ends, I think.
What is the consecutive time that I have to be?
There is no
You
set
can't leave your children alone at all. What the fuck? Why would you even want to do that? A 1 and a 3-year-old?
timeline. It's what's
So
reasonable.
if I leave for 10 minutes and I go outside to smoke a blunt and I come back in,
Yes,
that's
you cannot do that, my nigga. You can't go 5 feet away from that door.
unacceptable.
It depends on the circumstances. That's not the circumstances we're dealing with right now. The circumstances we're dealing with are that the kids were left alone for 3+ hours. So
And you
that's our
guys
issue.
took my kid, so now how am I, like, this is crazy. So someone's gonna stay with me the whole night and make sure they're gonna tell me
No.
every update with my daughter.
That's not the plan.
So what's the
We're
plan?
going to be
You're going to jail.
with you so that if you have questions about what's
So
going
what's
on
the
with them,
plan?
we're going to share that.
What's the plan?
The plan is you're going to be going down to the police station with us to address this.
Daylan, I'm getting arrested too.
Yes, you both are.
Yeah, what the fuck? If you thought why did you think? Why did you not think you were gonna get arrested, sweetheart? She was like, oh, at least they didn't arrest me. Babe, I'm gonna be. She said, so somebody's just gonna stay with me for 24 hours until I let. No. No. What happened the last time somebody took your kid? You got arrested, right? Okay, it's gonna happen again.
Because they're saying that they have evidence. The judge will see everything. I've already had this this exact same thing go on before.
And we're not saying you're guilty of anything. We're saying
I
we
know,
have probable
yeah, I know
cause.
you're guilty until proven.
We're saying you have,
I mean, you're
we have
innocent,
probable
innocent
cause
until
for
proven
your
guilty.
arrest for endangering the life and health of a child. Actually, 2 counts because there's 2 children involved. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not trying to tell you that you're guilty of anything. That's for the courts to decide. But we have an obligation when innocent children are involved in a case that we have to do everything line by line to the book. And I would not be doing your children a service if I just left them here with you and said, you know, let's try and do better. It doesn't work that way.
You know what just hit me, bro? This is on. I don't know if the judge watches the body cam footage, but this idiot just asked out her mouth, so I can't go downstairs. So she said, so what is the time frame that I could leave children alone? Which everybody knows, everybody in their right mind knows, the answer is 0 minutes and 0 seconds. You cannot do that at all. She can only walk 5 feet away from that door. And then she turned around and said, so I can't go outside for 10 minutes and smoke a blunt. And his response was, it depends on the circumstance, but in this circumstance, no, you cannot leave them in a hotel, go outside and smoke a blunt. The funny thing about that is, that was more so leaning towards what I said. If you had a house and you were sitting on the porch, or if you had a balcony and they were you were in the apartment, that would be perfectly fine. But you were 100 feet, hundreds of feet away from your children. That's very illegal. Which means the fact that she asked that means that she's done that more than twice. I can bet. Now it's a stairwell there, bro. Why don't you just smoke on the stairs? Like a real OG. You can't do it every day. You can't do it 3-4 times a day. Do it once a day. In the you can smoke in the bathroom.
Now, DCFS is going to ask us for photos of the conditions that we found the kids in. Can we take pictures for their purposes?
I'm saying that the DCFS want to see the see if my kids are okay.
They can't see if you
come.
don't have pictures. They're not going to come
Cooperate.
here. They're going to go to the hospital.
Okay, then they can see them at the hospital, but no, they can't take photos. They're not taking photos of my
That's weird. See, yeah, she's like 22. Look, if she would have said yes and cooperated, no, they can't take photos. They could come see him, but they can't. Bro, you're being uncooperative, which is going to make it harder for you to be able to get your family involved as far as gaining temporary custody of your children.
Children, no.
No, I'm talking about the conditions of your apartment.
You cannot take pictures of my apartment.
You don't want me to?
No, I mean, it's for the most part, it's not that bad, but
It documents the conditions at the time that we were here.
okay.
Is all that
So,
is.
so you're asking to take permission of photos?
Yeah.
Okay. No, you can't.
Okay.
She's an idiot.
So they took.
Well, it's not that bad. It actually would probably be in her best interest to say no.
The babies away from us and took them to the hospital right now, and now they're trying to charge me and Dalen with child endangerment. What is the process from here? I'm gonna be
Taken to the police station, booked and processed, and then we'll go from there.
Take it to the police station in handcuffs. You left that part out. I gotta see that part again. Dylan, they're trying to arrest me. Yeah, motherfucker.
So someone's gonna stay with me the whole night and make sure they're gonna tell me
No.
every update with my daughter.
That's not the plan.
So what's the plan?
We're going to be with you so that if you have questions about what's
So
going
what's
on
the
with them,
plan?
we're going to share that.
What's the plan?
The plan is you're going to be going down to the police station with us to address this.
Dalen, I'm getting arrested too.
Yes.
Because they're saying that they have evidence. The judge will see everything. I've already had this exact same
Yo.
thing going
And we're not.
She said that like she was offended, and she said that she said that like she was offended, confused, flabbergasted, all at one time, bro. Like, bro, when this video ends, I'm gonna watch that part again specifically, and I don't know how I found it so quickly because God is just good like that. But that was classic, my nigga. That is light skin. That was a light skin response.
So you guys witnessed my door lock, right? And you have it on camera, like, that my kid's stuff is safe?
Yeah, I mean, it's locked in there.
Of course, but you guys were already in the room, so I just want to make sure that no one else can get in and take any of my children's or my...
Management can get it.
So the charge that I'm being arrested for is child endangerment, and their father's being charged with the same thing.
I don't know how.
Even though it's my hotel room and I stay there?
You both are the parents, aren't you?
When you run my name, are you able to...
They're both parents. He doesn't even live there. And he left out first. See, that's bogus, bro. So, wait a minute. So, if my baby mama left my son home alone, and one of her neighbors called and said the police were at the house with our child, and she called me, and I walked in with her, even though I just got off of work, they would arrest me too? That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right at all. I'm gonna have to call my auntie. My auntie's a lawyer. I'm gonna have to call my auntie and see if that be true. Cause that doesn't seem right. Huh. Because he's the parent? Huh. Interesting. They need to change that.
See, like, if I've been charged with anything?
Yep, it's on here.
So can you inform me of what I've been charged with besides today?
No.
The police officer can put a charge on you, right? But it has to be, the judge is the one that makes the ultimate determination, right? Jury or judge. Okay. Yeah, I'm learning something. I didn't know that. I've normally had judges every...
You what? Every time you've been arrested? How old is it? She might be a little older than I think.
Charge on you, right? But it has to be, the judge is the one that makes the ultimate determination, right? Jury or judge. Okay. Yeah, I'm learning something. I didn't know that. I've normally had judges every court case I had, so... And to think I wanted to join police academy. This is crazy, man.
Nah, what? You wanted to be a police officer doing this? Come on, shut your bloodhound little Jeff looking ass up. R.I.P. bloodhound little Jeff.
This is crazy. Better to join them, because you can't beat them in this world.
Both individuals.
You don't... Look, all you have to do... That's not the philosophy of the police, bro. If you can't beat them, join them. All you have to do to beat the police is don't be a criminal. That's how you I beat the police every day. You know why? Because I don't do criminal shit. Stupid ass.
Individuals were charged with 2 counts of child endangerment. Share your thoughts below and remember.
No, nigga, I gotta do some investigation on this. Because I need to know some ages. I need to know some... When was this? 10... No, it was 12/6/2024. Elgin, children, neglect, no, child endangerment. Hold on. I'm tripping. I'm on the computer. Let's get it bobbing. 12/6/2024, Elgin. Damn, this is that common? Here we go. Oh no. Yes, they can, obviously. Hold on, bros. Elgin, Illinois. Y'all gotta stop doing this. This is too hard to find, man. Twelve 6/2024, yeah. Two parents. What was the dude's name? Let me just type it out. December. This happened again in Elgin? Damn. Y'all some bums. Come on, Elgin, get it together, baby. 2 parents, child. Okay, I can't find it. It probably pop up if I typed it in ChatGPT or something like that. But let me pause the video because I'm determined to find it. Okay, so I've been doing research for a good 10 minutes. I couldn't find anything. I went on Facebook groups. I went on different videos of people reactions to it, and I couldn't find much. I couldn't find anything. So I don't know if they end up getting a lawyer and they just, yeah, but I couldn't find anything. But it ain't, anyways, it is what it is, not what it's not. It's Aaron Moses. I'm the band, you the band, we the band together, man. Life is in the breath, be the end. Peace.